Marked here. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Before we get into this video, I see you see me, so I want to see you. Press subscribe and become part of the fam. You guys, today I want to give you 5 simple products or things that you can do to help your edges grow back. So if you're interested in this video, then just keep watching. So once again, you guys, it's like 5 products and just 5 tips in general to help you grow back your edges. Maybe you're doing this and you don't know it, and I just want it to be really short and simple for you guys. So one thing that I will start doing to help grow back edges is using castor oil. You need to put castor oil on your edges about every 3 days. And the reason why I say every 3 days is because by the time that 3rd day has come, and especially if you're not tying down your hair at night and your hair wrap comes off, that castor oil is thick and it just stays on the scalp. It stays on your hair strand, and you really need your hair strands to be moisturized, as moisturized as possible. And using castor oil, like spraying your edges with water and then rubbing the castor oil in on your hair, really helps keep your edges moisturized. And then giving yourself a scalp massage when you're rubbing in the castor oil, that's automatically giving you a scalp or a little edge massage. That is key. Like doing that every 3 days, that is key. And then also the second tip is making sure that you have a satin scarf that will not come off at night. Like if you notice that your satin scarf comes off at night or your bonnet comes off at night, you absolutely need to get yourself like something that's going to keep your hair tied down and your edges away from your pillow, or else use a satin pillowcase. But I've told you guys before, I don't like sleeping on satin pillowcases. I feel like it's hot and it's uncomfortable, so I'd rather opt out for a satin scarf that actually works and protects my edges. So the third thing is to stop slaying your edges. Your edges is already thin and they're already in a very vulnerable state, whether it's hormones that your edges are just coming out because you're manipulating them too much. You need to just leave your edges alone and find a protective style that will conceal your edges and give your hair and your scalp time to repair itself and to repair itself. I mean, that's just what your hair needs. It just needs a break from it being pulled or whatever you did besides hormonal imbalances. Whatever you did that had made your hair, like your edges come out, you pretty much need to just lay off of that and give your edges a break and stop slaying your edges. Like that brush, the little edge brush on your edges is not where it's at every other day or every 2 days. You slaying your edges, like that's why your edges is broke off. Like that little brush is not soft, and then doing this, and then it's just like, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Like it's just not the look. I mean, it's just not the look for me. I'd rather have the look of edges instead of me pulling more and more of my hair out of here to try to do the little swoop-de-doo. I'd rather just have regular edges instead of doing that. Or else, if you want to slay your edges, try to only slay your edges one time out of the week. Like when you do your hairstyle, try to just have your edges slayed for that 1 week. But I mean, slay them that one time, but I know you have to refresh your edges. Or else, if you refresh your edges, just try to refresh them with your finger or something to kind of just stop with the brush and the comb, you know, like just to help your edges out a little bit more. So the fourth thing is to don't wear high slick buns. Like don't pull your bun and be brushing your hair so tight, like your edge is so tight to get it all off into one bun. That is actually doing more harm to your hair, especially when you're going over your edges with that brush so many times, and then you just pack on a lot of gel. Which is the 5th thing, is packing on gel on your hair. Gels dries out your hair, and if you're packing on gel onto your edges, putting your hair up into this really slick bun, that is actually causing your hair to break off. And especially if your head wrap slips off at night, your hair is frozen in its state, but then you're like doing all this at night or whatever you do when you sleep, then your edges is exposed, and because they were frozen like upwards, and then because you done drug your head opposite way, that's breaking off and causing your edges to be exposed and be super vulnerable to breakage. So what we want to do when we're trying to grow our edges out, if you want a high slick bun, part off the front of your hair, do some type of little loose braid or even a French roll or a flat twist. French roll is so old school, but doing some type of style for the top, the front of your hair that separates your edges from actually having a bun or a ponytail will keep your edges safer if you want like a slick bun or a slick ponytail that day. Like, just separate your edges, do something really loose around your edges, and then style the rest of your hair the way that you want to style the rest of your hair. And so just a bonus tip for you guys is this is probably not for everybody, but stop wearing weaves tightly braided into your hair, which is box braids or whatever. I noticed that when I wear weaves braided into my hair, which I've only done it twice, my hair absolutely hates when I do that. Like, I don't know if it's the chemicals in the hair that makes my hair not like it, but when I actually braid my hair and have weave braided into my hair, I notice that my edges break off, especially like right here, and it's not broken off short. It's just like I noticed that not my edges get broken off, but I noticed that my hair at the temples kind of break off at the ends, and I think that's because I can't get the moisture to my hair, and then I have the braids in for like 8 weeks, and it just does a lot to my hairline. Like, I don't go bald or anything like that, but I just noticed that my hair don't like to be braided with weave, and now that I'm older, my hairline don't like to be French braided to my hair. Like, I used to get my hair French braided all the time by my sister, like just the crown of my head, and I noticed that the starting of the French braid onto my scalp, like to actually get it to be braided back, my edges don't like to be braided that way. So I absolutely avoid those couple of styles, and especially like weave styles for my hair. Like, I really try to avoid that so that my edges have all the opportunities in the world to actually be healthy, stay thick, and flourish and not die. So if these tips really helped you, please leave comments down below, give me a thumbs up, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.